Hi, I'm Akanksha. In this video, we are going to be talking about Bella Vita Organics luxury perfumes. These are really hyped these days. I recently got my hands on their discovery pack, which contains 10 different fragrances for women, men, and unisex ones as well. And I think almost all of their perfumes are included in the discovery pack. Each bottle contains 5 ml of product, so in total you get 50 ml of perfume, and this retails for just 349 rupees. And if you look at the variety and the quantity of perfume that you're getting, I think it's a steal. But about the fragrances as such, let's talk in details. So the fragrances which are for women are CEO, Date, Senorita. The unisex ones are White Oat, Honey Oat, Fresh, SKAI Aquatic, and 2 fragrances for men are included in this pack, which are Impact and CEO. Now I have gone through their website and checked all the notes of all of these 10 perfumes. So this is the pack, and the first perfume that I am gonna be talking about is CEO Women. So CEO Women is like a ittar kind of a fragrance, and when I first sniff it, it is musky, it is earthy, and it is a little bit of spicy, and it is not that sweet, but it is wearable. It has musk, so you can smell the muskiness, and it also has vanilla in it. I think for daytime use this won't be that appropriate, but if you're in like a corporate meeting or like a date or a night out or evening out, I think you can wear this. Yeah, it's a nice fragrance, a very unique blend of earthiness and muskiness and spicy, and yeah, it's a really nicely put together perfume in my opinion. So the next fragrance that we have is Date for Women. Now this one again has a very powdery fragrance. It also has hints of spice to it, and it is also a little florally and sweet. So it has pink pepper, which gives it the spiciness, and it has orange blossom and violet, which give it that fruity sweet fragrance, and it has musk and vanilla as well. All in all, I think it's again a nicely put together perfume. When you sniff it for the first time, you can get hints of spice and sweetness, and I actually liked it. It is also a nice fragrance, and yes, it is definitely sweet and spicy and florally as well. Then the last one for women that we have is Senorita. Now this one is a purely floral fragrance. It contains amber, musk, pomegranate, then mint and peonies as well, but it has the dominant fragrance of sweet and florals. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Senorita because it is more towards the florally fragrance, and I am not a huge fan of florals, like especially rose and jasmines and stuff, so I did not like it much. But if you're someone who loves a very gentle, mild, florally, sweet, powdery kind of fragrance, I think you will definitely love this. Again, not bad, it is nice, but I am not a huge fan of this personally. The next one that we have is White Oat. Now this one again is predominantly sweet. It has hints of musk and amber as well. It is a little bit spicy, and it also smells a little fresh. So when you sniff it for the first time, you can smell the freshness, you can smell the spiciness and the sweetness for sure. It can be worn both in the daytime and night as well, and also for special occasions. I would say it's an all-rounder perfume, but I personally do not like the fragrance that much that I would be fond of this. The next one that we have is Oud. Now this fragrance is very musky kind of, and it is strong. Okay, it is strong, and बस बिल्कुल ऐसे नाक में लगती है आपकी. So it has that woodiness, that muskiness, and also it has vanilla, sandalwood and caramel. So yeah, it is a nice blend of strong, musky, sweet fragrance. Again, it has that touch of ittar. I am not a huge fan of this perfume personally, but if you can resonate with the notes and with how it smells, then of course you can go for it. The next one that we have is Honey Oud. This one is a nicely blended perfume, I must say. You can really smell the sweetness of honey. It is It is again very fresh and sweet and like playful and cheerful kind of fragrance. It has vanilla and bergamot, and it has floral notes of rose as well. In my opinion, it's a nice perfume and I liked it. It's something that I might reach out to. And if you like those fresh yet sweet and a little musky kind of fragrances, I think this is for you. Then let's move on to the next one, which is fresh. This is again a unisex perfume. Now this one is it gives you that feel of freshly out of the shower, icy, cool cologne kind of fragrance, and it also has the notes of lavender, ylang ylang and bergamot. So it actually does justice to the name, and it is purely a fresh fragrance. And it is something that you want to apply on a very hot sweaty day, or when you're going to the gym or something, or when you want to smell very fresh and out of the shower kind of. I think this has to be your go-to perfume. And yes, it is definitely a unisex perfume. I can see both men and women using this. The next one that we have is SKAI Aquatic. It is yet another unisex perfume. Now this one is yet another good fresh perfume. You can smell the freshness, you can smell the greens which you get from the coriander that they have used, and it also has a little bit of spice to it, which is from the pink pepper. Smells like a cologne, and it really smells very fresh. And I think this one and fresh, these two are kind of similar, but it has that tiny hint of greens to it and that tiny hint of spice, which makes it a little different, but otherwise these are pretty similar. Now let's move on to the last two fragrances that we have, which are for men. So the first one that we have is called Impact. Impact again is like a cologne kind of fragrance. It has orange in it, which gives it a very citrusy kind of note. Also it has cardamom and cedar. You can actually smell the little hints of cardamom, the sweetness, yet the spiciness. It's not bad. It's again a nice fragrance, and it has that citrusy notes to it. So if you're someone who loves a little bit of citrusy fragrances, then you can go for this perfume. Okay, the last fragrance for today is CEO for men. Now this is a really good one. It is citrusy, it has hints of lavender, and it is a nicely blended fragrance in my opinion, and it has vetiver and tonka beans as well. So it is citrusy, it is fresh, it has a little hints of sweetness, and it also smells very fresh. Predominantly I feel that it smells like citrus and lavender, and it's not a bad combination. I feel it's a really good fragrance. Out of these 10 fragrances, if I have to suggest or recommend you, I have 5 fragrances which I feel are better than the rest. ऐसा एक भी fragrance नहीं था which I was like in love with, but if I compare, then these 5 are better than the rest. So Date is one, then CEO for women, CEO for men. Both of these are nice perfume, and SKAI Aquatic and Honey Oud. So with that, it's a wrap. I hope you people like this video. It was like a wholesome review of all the fragrances from Bella Vita. I hope it was of some help for you and you found it informative. If you did, then do not forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. I'll see you with another video. Until then, it's me, Akanshya, signing off. Bye.